Ritchie's Fabulae Faciles, paragraph 11, part 2. In the previous episode, we read the entirety of the Latin and translated and analyzed down through Timebat. Now we will go from in Thessaliam, that prepositional phrase, down through Edixerat. First, let's give a quick review of this portion. After these events, Perseus, along with his wife, that would be Andromeda, returned to the city of Acrisius. But that guy, meaning Acrisius, when he saw Perseus, was overcome, ad effectus est, with severe dread. For, because of that oracle, he was still fearing Atuctimebat, his own grandson. Now let's read the Latin to review. In Thessalia megitur ad urbem larrisam statim refugit, frustratamen, neque enim fatum suum vitavit, post paucos annos, rex Larissae ludos magnos fecit, nuntios in omnis partis dimiserat, et diem edixerat. So then, therefore, into Thessaly, to the city of Larissa, immediately he fled, meaning Acrisius, but in vain, to no account, for he did not avoid neque vitavit, his own fate. After a few years, the king of Larissa held great games, sponsored great games. Messengers into every region, in omnes partis, he disseminated, or he dispatched messengers to all regions, and he had decreed the day, diem edixerat. So that's a rough translation. Now let's look at some of the grammar and syntax. We start out with a prepositional phrase, in Thessaliam. Now, because Thessalia is not the proper name of a city, town, or small island, but it's a region, we therefore must use the preposition. So in plus the accusative, remember, indicates direction. In plus the accusative is direction. In with the ablative indicates location. Then we have igitur, which is a post-positive conjunction, not coming first. Then we have the prepositional phrase ad urbem larrisam. These are both feminine singular and accusative, but their agreement in gender and number is a coincidence. Why is that? Because urbem is the noun object of ad, and larissam is an appositive. It's not an adjective, it's a restatement of the noun. So it is in apposition, and it is itself an appositive. So the only thing that must be observed, the only relationship observed between appositives is case. They must be the same case. They happen to be the same gender and number, but that's a coincidence. Therefore, to Thessaly, to the city of Larissa, immediately, there's our adverb, which is statim. Immediately, he fled, refugit. So this is the third conjugation verb, refugio. It's an io verb. Refugio, refugere. And so we have here the third singular, perfect indicative active. Nevertheless, Tamen, it was in vain, frustra. There we have another adverb. Notice that adverbs in Latin can have quite different endings. Now we are going to be given the reason why it was in vain, enim, because, or for, neque vitavit, neither did he avoid, or in that way he did not avoid, fatum suum, his own fate. Fatum suum, neuter, singular, and accusative. Fatum is a second declension noun, and vitavit means to avoid. It has nothing to do with the word life, the noun vita, vitae, although students can easily confuse it, but it is from the verb vito, vitare, which means to avoid. And one of the ways to understand this is to understand the derivation of inevitable. The English word inevitable, which I'm writing here at the bottom of the screen, means not able to be avoided, inevitable. So that's what vitare is. He could not avoid his own fate. Now, another prepositional phrase, post, plus the accusative, namely paucos annos, masculine plural and accusative, that's the gender number case. After a few years, rex Larissae, the king of Larissa. So that's a city in Thessaly, of course. Rex is the subject, masculine, singular, and nominative. What did he do? He fecit, he sponsored ludos magnos, great games. So here's an exception to the normal rule that adjectives of quantity and degree must precede the noun. It's perhaps for a little bit of variety. Fecit is the perfect of the verb facio, facere, of course. Messengers, nuntios, there's the object of demiserat, into all regions, in omnis partis. Now, both of these are long, and that is because in the third declension, the accusative plural can be is or ace. It can never be is, but it can be is or ace. He had sent demiserat. Here's a third singular, pluperfect indicative active from the third conjugation verb demito, demiteret, like so. He had sent messengers into all regions. And finally, et diem edixerat. He had established or decreed the day for the games. Edixerat is from edico, a dicere, and here is its object, diem, in the masculine, singular, and accusative. It's a fifth declension noun, of course. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed that free lesson. Please like and subscribe, hit the bell. You can also become a patron at patreon.com/LatinPerDiem. And if you really loved it, you can leave a tip right here as a super fan. Thank you so much.